This building holds just north in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert changing things up. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 4 there on its own, but it will leave him now in a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll go on the ground. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They need 18 yards here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
It's just called, as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Another throw for Howell. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 19th touchdown. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll begin by running the option. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taking down at the 41, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll go play action. Howard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the corner blitz that got him. J.C. Jackson with his sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Rager. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down.
The 35-yard line.
Howell going to audible to something else. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got it to Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Taken down at the 42.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets.
And that one going to come up short, low throw.
This is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Herbert. What a reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? time to implement it.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd and 9 here. Howell from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And back deep, Deontay Johnson. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They started on the ground with Eckler. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into air throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Faking the handoff. Howell. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Long, it's Herbert. That's caught at the 25. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now 2nd and 9. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
3rd and 12. Here's Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good. Commanders, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. In motion right is Johnston. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. These guys have tried 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. A conversion here on the 3rd down. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
This is 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Gibson.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to...
2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Herbert. Finds Johnston. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. Flushed out right. Poor decision there that's going to be intercepted. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Howell. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw, Howell.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And Howell will throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Howell down to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Albert O from 6 yards away.
And the Commanders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
Johnson jostles free.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like, what feels good to you?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and it is 42-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Again, it's Johnson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
37-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And now an audible here into something else.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, Herbert. This is caught. And he's brought down.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
In it to win it.